Hey, Shama.
Did you violate it?
Don't play with it, don't play with it, don't play with it. Don't play with it. I just want a roughneck on it. Big you just want. Ask me if I'm finished now. I just begun. I ain't giving out no to no. Just for fun, are you dumb? Run a man, I don't know no other man. Like 100 just for 100 bands. What? I don't even got me 100 bands. I'm still gonna make me 100 M's with 100 plans. Give me peso. I carry.
The playoffs are in full swing as we welcome you to this postseason contest on EA Sports. Another step towards the Super Bowl begins. We're off in the first of 4 divisional round games. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Here's ETN to begin the drive. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Ashton Davis there on the stop. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Oh, look at this. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
That's just a good play to mix up what you're doing and keep that defense guessing. The execution, that's pretty well done too, creating the space for a solid pickup.
And the Texans go in nickel coverage, 3rd down. Out of the gun, Lawrence. Complete beyond the marker. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. They gain 14 on the play. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Let's go. 11. Hey, Jupiter.
Here's ETN on 1st down. Spin move. Uh-oh, ball's out. And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play. They had gotten the ball moving, Brock. We're seeing some... So just like all touchdowns, all turnovers also reviewed, and they want to take another look at this one. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Rip, 23.
They give up the gut to Bigsby. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. He gets 6 on that play. And that's a Jaguar 1st down.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
30 left.
From the gun, ETN gets it. He's contained at the line for no gain. Play made that time by Danico Autry. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
On 2nd down, it's ETN. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. Kalen Bullock up to make the stop. Only a yard on the play. An improvement on their last one, but that brings up 3rd and 9.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Hey, I'm gun.
Throwing is Lawrence on 3rd down. Davis there to grab it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They pick up 20 yards there. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
Easy, 24.
Now we give to ETN running right. And he'll push them down to the 6-yard line. Halfway there on 1st down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Hey, Ryan.
The give here on 2nd. And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a 1st and goal.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later, for that next 3rd down coming.
Hey, go. Think right.
ETN will not score. The defense holds and stops him short of that goal line.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
The nose of the football inside the 1. Here's 2nd and goal. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Jaguars finish up an excellent opening series. Travis Etienne, the touchdown. What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone, getting your offense established in its top gear right here early on.
On now is Cook to kick this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Running for the first time with Joe Mixon. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Stopped by Foye Oluokun. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Flush down now to his left. Pass taken in by Diggs. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
New set of downs for him from the 46. First and 10, a run to Mixon. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Second down now, 7 to go. Keeping it with Mixon. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. So that's the end of one in this AFC divisional round contest. Neither side separating much so far. Back to Everbank Stadium in just a bit. Welcome back. We'll begin the second quarter with the Texans in possession. They start out with 3rd and 4. Man in motion here. Stroud now on 3rd. Escapes the pocket. Launching deep down the right sideline. And this is going to be incomplete. Great looking catch, but he lost track of that sideline and went out of bounds. We've got 4th down.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in, but out of bounds.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Shotgun now for Stroud. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And he will score. It's a Houston touchdown. The Texans finish off their opening drive. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Inside handoff goes to Etienne. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Lawrence working from the gun. Catch is made down the right sideline. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
Wow, certainly found the weak spot in the coverage with that catch. Really goes to show they trust every single player, receiver, running back, in that case, tight end, to be a playmaker in this offense.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down.
Let's go.
One of the tight ends in motion left. Out of the gun, a give to ETN. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. ETN again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now. From the shotgun, Lawrence. He's on the move. Oh, he's gonna run for it! And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
They'll give this up the middle to ETN. And he made the most of his running room on that one, getting it down to the 27. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
They go right back to ETN. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. They get 6 and a first down as well.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Up the middle they go with Bigsby. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
That's complete. Here's Kirk. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. That's a gain of 13, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. We're at the 2-minute warning now from Everbank. The Jaguars could break this tie for a halftime lead. Might be trying to power this across, Brock. They've got 3 tight ends out there. It's 1st and goal.
Red on the red. Here we go.
ETN takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars get some late points and the lead. Travis Etienne, the touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with 1 end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get 1, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
That one right down the middle. And the Jaguars break that tie and now lead by 7. On now is Cook to kick this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll begin with a run by Mixon. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Eric Armstead there on the stop. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. On the ground again with Mixon. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Darnell Savage brings that to an end.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. From the gun, Stroud. On target to Valdez-Scantling. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And the Texans are going to have a 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Running with Mixon out of the gun. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 46. Throwing for the end zone. And that one hits the ground incomplete. A single second left now on the clock.
Yeah, that's one that's going to haunt him. There's just no question about it. A drop touchdown in the end zone. Now comes the mental toughness part of it. You got to flush that play quickly so you can make an impact later.
All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. One final shot before halftime. Lobbing this into the end zone. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Half the battle complete, Brock, as we resume play here. A spot in our AFC Championship on the line. From his own end zone, here we go. Good looking return here, and he's got room. The 30, to the 15. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans can tie it up after hitting pay dirt in the third. Well, when it's set up perfectly, Brock, and you get an exciting return man back there fielding it, wow, there are not many plays in football more exciting than taking a kick back for 6.
Find those blockers, follow those blockers, and then step on the gas. So simple for me to describe, yet so tough to execute on the field.
What do you think, Brock? Can we get dueling kick return touchdowns, huh? Let's find out. The kick is away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Now a carry by ETN. And he cuts it back right. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars take the lead right away in half number 2. Travis Etienne, the touchdown. His third of the game on the ground. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
On now is Cook to kick this away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They're out and set. First and 10. Out of the shotgun, a give to Mixon. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Putting a receiver in motion. Going to the ground again on first. And he takes it across midfield and into Jaguars territory. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. from the 48. On the move, headed right. Has a man, Dalton Schultz. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Kate, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw, and without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page, because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
Staying between the tackles with Mixon. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
It's Mixon on second down. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. It's a nickel set from the Jags on this third down. Throwing is Stroud. He's got him, that's Mixon. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on third down. And that's exactly the result they needed, enough to keep this drive moving.
On the carry, here's Dameon Pierce. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
All right, here we go, second down. They send a man in motion. Stroud off the play fake. Buying some time right. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open or risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Back to throw, Stroud. Chased out to his right. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with first and goal.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Mixon. Can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on first and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on second down.
So from the 3, here's second and goal. Again, the give to Mixon. Give him 2 yards on the run, and that leaves them just inches short for third down.
Well, you get a little bit closer, but you can feel the pressure starting to mount. Unless you're committed to playing 4 downs here, this becomes a critical third down call.
So now, here's third and goal. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And he will score. It's a Houston touchdown. The Texans start the second half with some needed points. C.J. Stroud, the touchdown. Point after up and good by Fairbairn. And the Texans tie this game at 21. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Here's ETN to begin the drive. And he gets a few on the plunge forward. Second down now, 7 to go.
Rip, 23.
This one's to Kirk out left side. And as this play winds up out of bounds, let's see what that flag is all about. He got a major fistful of jersey on that play, and it's going to end up costing him. Offense to the line for second down. Back to throw. Here's Lawrence. Gets it to him on the screen. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Only 1 quarter left before we send one of these teams to the AFC title game. It's all knotted up at 21. Plenty of scoring here as we begin the final quarter. Third and 10. Can this offense get it done?
Hey, easy. Read up 24. Read 24.
Quickly looking left, and it's complete. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Throw reeled in by Thomas. And he crosses midfield before going out. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Called in left side. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers or you're going to get some serious yak. Those yards after catch just like that. Taking a short gain and turning it into an explosive play.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. They've got a man in motion. Here's ETN on 1st down. Juke the defender. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. That's a gain of 13, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
You call that 1st down running play, you don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
They'll run, ETN. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. Quick pass, right side, complete. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. He hung in there as long as he could. A lot of quarterbacks would have bailed out, and it was what you talk about, Brock, that courage that kept the chance for the touchdown alive.
Yeah, that touchdown's going to show up on his stat sheet making the catch or the quarterback stat sheet for making the throw, but hey, can we put some touchdowns up there for the big boys up front? It was their blocking and buying of time for that play that led to the score.
That one splits the uprights. And the Jaguars break that tie and now lead by 7. On now is Cook to kick this away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. Buys time, rolling right. He's running with it.
Well, that's an excellent job by the defense. All eyes on the quarterback. When you're playing a quarterback that can escape, well, even though you cover, you still got to cover down and go chase that QB out of bounds before he can get the 1st down.
Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Stroud. Finds him over the middle. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down. A give to Mixon up the middle. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Second down now, 7 to go. Keeping it with Mixon. Has a lane inside the 25. And he has it almost to the red zone, down at the 21-yard line. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And it sets up a Houston 1st.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have second down and 3.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Now the give to Mixon. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. It's the 2-minute warning here in Jacksonville. Texans down by 7. Jaguars with an extra defensive back out there, third down. On the carry, this is Mixon. And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a first and goal.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
They can decide to play for the tie or win later. First, they've got to reach that end zone. It's first and goal. They're going to run here. It's Mixon. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. First shot gets him 5. Still a couple of looks remaining. It's second and goal.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Ball at the 2 here for second and goal. Mixon. And this time they won't surrender anything. They wrap him up at the line. The clock rolls as the Texans try to hurry their offense to the line. Mixon on third and goal. And he gets them the touchdown. And now a potential game-deciding play call coming up. So they get the all-important touchdown here late in the game, Brock. Now the question, play for the tie or go for 2 and the lead?
And I know they've got all these charts and numbers and analytics to tell you what to do, but this comes down to the gut and the trust of the head coach. Does he trust his offense more to go get this 2-point conversion, or is he going to lean in his defense and believe that they can get the stop?
This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go.
ETN gets it on the draw. And he's able to manage a couple on that run. The Jaguars are going to call their first time out. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of reaction time you want when you face a draw play. They broke on it shortly after the draw started, and they contained it to a minimal gain.
8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this second down.
Grant, 23. 11.
He's got a man left. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a Jaguar first down.
That's really good instinct by the eyes up in the sky. The play caller seeing space on the perimeter, a well-timed screen, and a positive gain out of it.
2 timeouts remaining and some time left to use them. It's 1st and 10. Oh, look at this. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. A timeout taken by Jacksonville. It's 2nd. Still 1 more in their pocket to use. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now.
Hey, Jupiter.
Looking to throw it. Connection made. Travis Etienne. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out, and this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
And with 2 seconds remaining in our contest, we're going to see what both teams decide to do with this final play. Third and 4 coming up now.
Hey.
Running back sent in motion left. Now to throw. Complete beyond the marker. We'll have the first down and even more. Man, this has been such a great game. Nobody is ready for it to end just yet. After 4 quarters, we're headed to overtime. So overtime in the playoffs, Brock, things work a little bit different, and we know that some folks have been confused by this. So both teams guaranteed 1 possession regardless of who wins the coin toss here. And if after those 2 drives we're still tied, then an entire season comes down to who can score first. It's been the type of game that makes the playoffs so great to watch. A spot in the AFC title game on the line as we're underway in overtime. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll begin with a run by Mixon. And he's brought down after a tremendous effort just to get a couple of yards. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. Man in motion here. On play action, here's Stroud. Forced out to his right. He's going to keep it this time. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And the Texans are going to have a first down.
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a first down. That's a big bonus for the quarterback.
1st and 10, a run to Mixon. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
These stops, they don't always make the end-of-game highlight reels, but they absolutely should. The coaches and players know it. Offenses are always counting on yards on that type of run. And anytime it results in a loss, it could be a potential drive killer.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Kate, I don't know if I've ever told you, but my dad was a driver's ed teacher. And I could just hear him right now say, son, take this out of reverse and put it in drive, because this one's going nowhere right now. A drastic change on this play needed, and maybe a whole lot of luck to keep this series alive.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on third and very long. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. And as a lengthy game goes on, they're going to take a valued breather. So not an enviable spot here as they come up on third and very long. Shotgun now for Stroud. They connect on the deep shot. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
Time and again, receivers will tell their quarterbacks, just give me a chance. Just give me a chance. Just throw it up and give me the opportunity. Well, in this case, with even two defenders trying to cover that wide receiver, couldn't get it done.
Out of the shotgun, a give to Mixon. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Okay, the 2-yard run on first down, I think that keeps you ahead of schedule. You're going to have to pick up the pace.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. On the ground again with Mixon. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Call it a gain of 6, and they need only 2 now on third down.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign that they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Third and just 2 to go. Running with Mixon out of the gun. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. From the gun, Stroud. He rolls to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, well, they got real sticky. Stay tight and force the throw away.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Staying between the tackles with Mixon. And he'll go down here at the 16. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on third down.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune third down situation.
Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw. The important part, they've got the lead here in overtime after the short field goal. But with how close they got, the touchdown was in play. You gotta hope that you can get the stop here and not live to regret that series stalling out.
We'll see if their defense can hold now and finish off an overtime win as the kick is away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, a give to ETN.
They say about great outfielders in baseball, there's just something to them. They've got a knack, a feel, and instinct to take the right line, the right angle. For safeties, to create tackles for loss in the run game, it's the exact same attribute and skill set. Got to take that right angle and then go finish that runner.
All right, here we go, second down. Lawrence working from the gun. Got a man, it's Thomas. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. That was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
First and 10 from the 41. From the gun, ETN gets it. And he has enough room to gain about 4. Second and 6 coming up here. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And this one does not go far. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes him to 3rd and 5. Quick pass, right side, complete. And he's out of bounds after getting across the 45. They get an even 10 on that play. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
From the 44-yard line now, first and 10.
Let's go.
To throw. He'll get this to ETN. And he works this to the 38 before going down. The Jaguars are going to call their first time out. We'll take a break with them here in overtime.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well, and it sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Rip, 23.
Tight end in motion right. On 2nd down, it's ETN. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. A timeout taken by Jacksonville. It's 2nd. As they'll be left with just one more to work with here in OT.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10.
30 left.
Throwing now. That's taken in by ETN. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Now they'll call a timeout with 3 seconds to go, setting us up for one final snap in this overtime. So now the field goal unit runs on in a very big spot. Now they'll call a timeout with 3 seconds to go, setting us up for one final snap in this overtime. The kick is good. He got it. And we're going to keep it on here in overtime. And postseason overtime differs from what we saw in the regular season. A touchdown on the opening drive doesn't end things anymore. Both teams guaranteed a possession. And if we're still tied after each team has had the football once, we then go to sudden death, and the first score takes it.
Logan Cook to kick off for the Jaguars.
A field goal apiece so far. Another would win it as this kick is away. He doesn't like what he sees, so a touchback. They're going to begin at the 30. We're back for a slobber knocker of a divisional round game. It's about time to begin our second overtime. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. Working quickly here. It's mixed in on 2nd. Massive hit. The ball is out. Jags pick it up. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. This has been the overtime that will not end, partner, and it's going to keep going to yet another possession as they force a key fumble there.
Oh, somebody eventually has got to make the play that ends this thing, right? The defense, well, they just did its part to keep it going. Now it's another chance for their teammates to go finish the deal.
Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8. ETN again. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they need the same now here on 3rd down. They go right back to ETN. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice, once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
They'll come up 1st and 10.
Hey, kill! 13, Luke! Here we go.
They'll try it left with ETN. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal.
Hey, run! 11, Agate!
Has the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars capitalize on that turnover and take the lead. Travis Etienne, the touchdown. So the Jaguars come away with the win in this one. And that was the type of game you can only hope for in the postseason, Brock. Couple of deserving teams laying it all out there, and they were finally able to get the win and keep their playoffs going. So for Brock Heward, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Jaguars as we bid farewell from Jacksonville.